want to try to clear some of this gross misunderstanding about calories and proteins. And if you look at first, just understand that everyone is manipulating macronutrients. Carbohydrates, fat, and protein are called macronutrients. They're the nutrients you use in the largest amounts. Everyone jostles these, whether you're on the Mediterranean diet or you're on the low carb plan, or you're on the protein power plan, the carnivore diet, the keto diet. You're trying to reduce the sugars because this is all related to the insulin response theory. That came in right around 2000. The blood sugar control. This is the best way to reduce your body fat, by jostling your sugars, reduce your insulin, reduce the blood sugar in the body. This is the link to blood sugar and diabetes. This is the whole theory that they sell the whole diabetes on, exactly, and how you heal yourself from diabetes by actually eating a protein and low carb diet, a protein and vegetable diet. This is what they're really, educational system will push you in this way. This is what's the fad and the popularity of the day. But, the doctors and the dietitians and the nutritionists will all say that the body is made up of proteins. And if we want to speed up your metabolism, you got to build up the muscle in the body. You got to build more muscle in the body. You got to rip the muscles down, break them down by pushing on the muscles, and then replacing protein in the diet so that you can increase your muscle tone, because muscle is made up of protein. So the theory goes. But if I look at protein, and we look up on Google here, proteins are a large complex molecule that play many critical roles in the body. They do most of the work in the cells and are required for structure, function, regulation in the body's tissues and organs. This is the definition of protein. But, this is the understanding that everyone sort of in the general population has. But if you really start to use your logical mind, you're going to go deeper than the level of proteins. This is a gross level. It's a gross misunderstanding. You've got to go deeper than this. What are proteins made of? Let's do a little Google search there. Proteins are made up of hundreds of thousands of smaller units called amino acids, which are attached to one another in long chains. There are 20 different types of amino acids that can be combined to make a protein. Okay, so really what we're talking about, if we're talking about protein, is amino acid, right? That's the building blocks of protein. But then, go deeper. We need to eat amino acids. We need to take amino acid pills or supplements, or we need to eat protein to get the amino acids to build the tissues in the body. Well, what are amino acids made of? An amino acid is an organic chemical. Organic chemicals contain carbon, hydrogen bonds. All amino acids have the same basic structure. Each molecule has a central carbon atom linked with a basic amino group, carboxyl acid, hydrogen atom. Okay, so if you get below the protein level, you come to the amino level. If you get below the amino level, you get to some molecules. Well, what are the molecules in the amino made up of? What are the molecules made of? What atoms make up the molecules in amino in an amino acid? Here's a picture. Here's a picture of an amino acid. What's it made up of? It's made up of nitrogen and carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Well, carbon is basically carbohydrate or fruit. Oxygen, well, we can breathe oxygen. Oxygen is a part of water. Water is oxygen and hydrogen. So oxygen and hydrogen, that's water. Carbon is fruit. Fruits contain water, oxygen, and hydrogen and carbon. And the nitrogen, well, nitrogen is in the air. Every breath you take is 70% nitrogen, 20 something percent oxygen. Really, you breathe everything you need to sustain your health and create an amino acid. So you can everything that you need in an amino acid, what atoms make, what are the building blocks of an amino acid? You see the the compounds of an amino acid are hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen. These things are simply made by air and water. These needs are met by air and water. It's actually the human builds itself. The human metabolism is an oxygen-based metabolism. It's a taking in of oxygen and breathing out of carbon dioxide. And it is this is what the metabolic process is. It's breathing. This is how cells are formed. This is how the body creates a cell, is through breathing. And the thoughts that you're thinking while you breathe create the tissues. It's not built in the way that we have been taught. Each amino acid has the same fundamental structure, which consists of a central carbon atom, nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen atoms. These, all of the things that are in an amino acid are built from water and light. Water and light. Hydrogen is a light molecule, electron from the light, from the sun. Nitrogen is in the air. Carbon is in the fruit. We got water, we got carbon, the structure of all life. We got carbon, we got water, and we got air. We got light. This is what the body needs to be healthy. This is the recipe of health. It's a little bit different than what we've been told or taught about health.